92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I feel like I start a lot of second date updates off this way, but when you're going to joke with a date, it's all about timing and appropriateness. For example, if you're out on a date and the girl's like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today, probably a bad time to go, well, I'm a gynecologist. I could help you out later after we eat.
Oh my God, that's so gross, and it's been said before. Oh, no. That's the sad
joke.
part.
I have no idea. But Kurt thinks that a bad joke might have ruined his chances at a second date with a girl named Angie. What's up, Kurt? How are you?
Hey, very good, guys. How are you?
God, was your joke as bad as the one Jubal just said?
Timing-wise, probably a little bit worse.
Oh my God!
Man.
What did you say?
We'll get to that in just a second. First, tell us about Angie. Where'd you meet her?
So we actually met on Bumble.
Okay.
Nice.
Does that mean she chose you?
She did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like guys would go in with a lot more confidence knowing that they've been picked first, right?
Absolutely. That's way different than Tinder.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and that's probably contributed to the poor choice of joking. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got too comfortable too quick.
Too comfortable, too quick.
Before you tell us about the joke, tell us about the start of the evening with her. How was everything?
It was just kind of weird right off the bat, because online we were texting each other back and forth, just a lot of joking mostly. Then on the day of the date, when I picked her up, she just kind of just didn't seem like she was in a good mood at first.
Okay, so you started off thinking ooh, maybe something else happened. She's not feeling this.
Yeah, obviously we had never been out or anything. I didn't really know her that well, so this may have just been how she acted all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, I asked her a few times, if she was okay, and she just never seemed like she wanted to talk about it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So what'd you guys do?
We went to dinner.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Did she open up more at dinner or still kind of the same?
She was still pretty much the same. Towards the end of dinner, though, was when she kind of let me know what was going on.
What was going on?
So it was really sad. Her grandmother actually passed away, within a week of us going out, yeah.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
she's probably not getting a big settlement, so she was upset.
What? No, Jubal. Oh my God. She obviously really liked you if she thought man, I'd still want to go on this date.
Maybe this will cheer me up.
Exactly. Maybe this is the silver lining that I need this week.
Did she mention anything about the settlement?
No, Jubal.
Yeah, there was no talk of any settlement or a will or anything, thank God.
Yeah, I would hope not.
But that's a real bummer. How did you respond when she told you that?
Well, I mean, this is kind of where I think I messed up. So my grandfather had actually passed away a couple months before. And, I was kind of telling her, I totally understand. I was my grandfather actually passed away recently, and obviously it's, really tough. I was but maybe we could get my grandmother, who is still alive, to hang out with your grandfather, who's still alive.
So you took the opportunity to try to hook up your grandparents. And how did she take that?
Well, she didn't really say anything at first, and then she kind of started to look around. So I quickly let her know hey, I'm just joking. I'm just trying to make you feel a little bit better. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of the funness of the date.
Especially because jokes are supposed to be funny, and that's not even really funny.
Yeah, I know. It was really bad timing on my part. And I wasn't thinking. I was just trying to make the situation a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I could see, if you apologize, that she should understand.
I don't know, Kurt. I thought it was hilarious. So,
Yeah.
so how did everything end then after that?
Well, pretty much it ended very shortly after that joke.
Whoa.
She was she just said she was kind of ready to go back to her house. And I took her back. I didn't try making any moves or
That's good.
I didn't try, obviously, kissing her or anything. I wanted to stay respectful, because I really did like her outside of that crappy joke that I made. She was really nice.
Have you talked to her at all since?
No, I haven't. She hasn't called me back.
Okay. I just feel people say awkward things in awkward moments on a date. I feel like what you said, though not funny, forgivable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I was trying to be lighthearted about it, but it obviously was maybe a little too soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Yeah, she hasn't called me back. And it's kind of surprising too, because usually girls call me back. I'm kind of a part-time model. So, even if girls don't like me, they generally will, reach back out to hook up or
You're
something.
hot.
Because you're attractive.
You're hot, yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. All right.
We know.
At the very least, we can get her on the phone and see if you can apologize for your joke and try to get a second date.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she's down to go back out with me. Like I said, I really liked her, and I felt like we connected. I just, I made a joke.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and get your second date update, all right?
All right, guys.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Today's second date update brings up a very important question. What is the timeline on how soon you can joke about somebody's dead grandparent? I think we got to figure it out. I think we should do it by maybe the age that they were when they died. Like if they were 80, got to wait 80 days before you make a joke.
It's not actually a bad rule of thumb.
Yeah, or maybe just don't joke around people's dead ancestors.
But I also
Well,
feel
how
like
do you not, Jose? You have to at least throw a joke or two in there. Just got to make sure the timing is right. And Kurt, who's on the phone for a second date update right now, his timing was definitely not right. He went out with a girl named Angie. They went out to dinner. She was kind of a little down the whole time. And then she shared with him that she was feeling down because her grandmother had passed away recently. And then Kurt decided to make her feel better with a joke saying, hey, my grandpa passed away recently. We should totally hook our grandparents up. Now they're single. And she didn't find it very funny. And then the date ended very shortly after that. So we're about to give her a call. And Kurt, one thing we should do in this phone call is find out how old her grandma was, so we know when the appropriate time to make that joke is.
Oh.
Don't you think?
That sounds good.
No,
Okay.
you guys, stop bringing up the dead grandma. I mean, I think that this is your chance to apologize and maybe say what you should have said when she said that. You've had time to think about it. Do you know what your appropriate response would have been after she said her grandma kicked the bucket?
I would have just said, I'm really sorry to hear that. If there's anything I could do, let me know, and then maybe change the subject.
See,
That's
perfect.
so good. God, hindsight is 20/20, isn't it?
It's a much better option. All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Angie?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, what's up, Angie? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
Not bad. It sounds like you might be familiar with the show.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it before.
Cool.
Thank you.
Nice. You ever heard a second date update before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, wonderful. Then
This is
you
going to
might
go.
be excited to know that's why we're calling today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
That wasn't a very excited. Uh-oh.
Okay, what's going on?
Have you been out on a lot of dates recently?
Not a lot.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Have you been out on a date with a dude named Kurt?
Yes, I did go out with him.
Cool. Any guess on who might be calling for a second date update?
You just said it.
I kind of told her.
Well, I guess it's him, but that's kind of weird.
Why is
It's-
it weird?
It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested in going out with him.
Yeah, I mean, he got that because you haven't called him back. Remember, the point of the
Well-
second date update is find out why.
Yeah, but I guess he really didn't get it because he actually called you guys, which is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you're saying that
yeah.
it should be obvious why you're not
Yeah.
calling him back.
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
guess it's not though.
Really?
Is it the joke about your grandmother?
Oh, he actually told you that? Yeah, that was really I didn't appreciate that at all, but that's not the whole reason.
You
He
had-
did tell us about that. He told us that he feels bad actually about making a poorly timed joke when you shared that your grandmother had just passed away. So he does feel bad about that, but it's more to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the worst part was that he was going on and on about the fact that he's a male model. It was very uncomfortable for me, and he kept making all these faces like this is my relaxed face and this is my
Stop it.
seductive face and
Really?
Oh
this
my
is my
God.
evening romantic face. Who does that?
Are you serious? He mentioned that it was weird you weren't calling him back because girls always call him back because he's a model.
Yeah.
Oh, please. So doesn't that give you an idea of how gross he is.
Oh.
Wait, when did he start doing faces at the table?
Like really early on in the date, like he seemed like he was trying to impress me. You know, if there was a mirror behind me in the booth, I bet you he would have just been looking at his reflection the whole time. Yeah, this dude is like, here's me, here's the world, and here's all my faces. And I was like, oh, come on.
Wow.
I wasn't in a really good mood, you know. I mean, I just wanted to go out and have some fun. I'm sad about my grandma, and this guy is just, ooh, he just made it worse.
I'm surprised he didn't take that opportunity to show you his sad look.
You know, he may have. He showed me a lot of looks, the whole gamut.
What did you say to him?
I mean, I didn't know what to say because, I mean, he just thought that he was so entertaining. And, I mean, I sort of tried to get the point across that I wasn't really into seeing all these faces, and I just kind of wanted some nice company and, you know, but I guess he didn't get it.
Okay, so long before the dead grandma joke, you were over this guy.
Yes. I mean, that sure didn't help matters, but it's not the kind of guy that I want to hang out with, no.
Yeah.
Well, Angie, thank you for being honest with us. Also, I want to let you know that I haven't been fully honest with you.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean that Kurt is actually on the other line listening to this and wants to talk to you.
Oh.
Hey, Angie.
Oh, my God, you're on the phone. Great.
Yes, I'm on the phone. And first of all, I know you're trying to bash male modeling, but it's, you know, really insensitive. And, you know, I was just trying to show you, you know, kind of like my talents and hoping that you would show me your talents, but you don't really have any. So.
Oh, damn.
Whoa! Somebody got their feelings hurt, Kurt.
I mean, maybe I don't care that much about your talents right now. I have other things going on in my life. I just wanted someone normal to hang out with, but that's not you.
Oh, wow.
I cannot believe you didn't come in with an apology, Kurt. Like, oh my God, I was nervous. I'm sorry.
See how he is?
I mean, why am I going to apologize if, like, everybody in the station, including yourself, is, like, making fun of what I do? Like, doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to apologize for anything.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I know that you think your modeling is really great, so why do you care what anyone thinks of it? And like I said, I have other things going on right now, so I'm not so interested in your bragging about your talents. I was just trying to have a good time.
Kurt, I don't think you get it. Like, nobody's making fun of your career. They're making fun of you being so self-absorbed.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, whatever, like, however you want to spin it, you know, that's, like, on you. But I was just trying to be outgoing, trying to show, like, a little bit more of my personality on the date. But it's being spun around. Like, I'm just sitting here with, like, some self-indulged guy on a date. And that's not who I am. That's not what I do. And
That's what it sounds like. I mean, how many faces did you show her?
for your information, I actually have 15 to 20 different faces that have all made me over $1,000.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's good. I wish I could get paid for my face, Kurt. I do think that's a talent, but maybe just not on a date. Maybe save that for when you're actually working and not across the table from someone at dinner.
Yeah, it's like Jubal going out on a date and doing all his phone tap voices. Like, no one wants that.
They don't?
They don't. They don't. I'm sorry.
For the future.
I think a lot of people give male models a bad rap, and just so you guys know, I mean, I know most of you are in the radio or in, you know, whatever Angie does. Male modeling is very hard, and we grind every day to make our careers possible, okay? And you have to work on your diet. You have to work on your wardrobe. You have to keep up with what's going on, and obviously you need to practice your faces. I mean, as funny as this sounds, it's a very important part of what I do.
Makes sense.
Kurt, one very, very important thing that you just said, though, that I think probably makes it seem like you're a little self-involved is you said, I don't even know what Angie does. And you went on a date with her and you didn't take the time to figure out what her career is?
Yeah, Kurt, you never even asked me what I do.
Well, you're too sad looking to really even talk to you. Like, I was scared to ask you.
So it's her fault that you didn't take any interest in her?
Yeah, she was just way too sad and way too down. I just didn't know what to say to her. I just didn't feel like I could ask her anything.
Oh, my God.
So you thought I could cheer up with some of your faces. I get it, dude. Well, Angie, would you like to go out with Kurt on a second date? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
What if
I thought you were going to pause after absolutely. Damn.
And if you guys are wondering, I'm making this type of face. Disgusted. No way. Never again.
Dude, you nailed it.
I can't
Thanks
see it.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yo, stop making fun of my faces. They're real, and they very much get me paid. Okay?
All right.
So,
Oh my God, he's
Yeah.
miserable.
Keep grinding, Kurt. Angie, thank you for talking to us. And,
You're welcome.
hopefully you can find a lady out there, Kurt, that will appreciate you for all your different looks.
that's great. Thank you so much. I appreciate your feedback.
No problem.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I'm a model, and that dude gives us all a bad name. And that guy and maybe a few others. But anyway, if you missed today's second date update, this dude Kurt went out with a girl named Angie, and he noticed immediately that she was in kind of a weird mood, and he found out it was because her grandma had just passed away. So Kurt tried to lighten the mood by making a joke, saying that his grandpa died recently too, so maybe they should hook up his grandma and grandpa together. And the joke didn't land well, but we got her on the phone and found out that's partly the reason, but the biggest reason was because he's a male model, and I guess throughout the date he kept showing her all of his different poses, his different faces that he could do, his sad face, his happy face, his, serious face. And she thought it was weird.
Today was a day that I was really sad there were just radio because I really wanted to see him visually.
I know.
I feel like
It
he
would've
was
been
giving us
amazing.
all sorts of angry faces at the end of that call.
Well, in his
Oh, I
defense,
bet during-
I'm also friends, and Jubal, you know who I'm talking about. One of my best friends is a male model, but
Yeah.
at least my friend knows that it looks bad. He doesn't practice or do anything in front of people at all because he knows it's conceited. It's a very
Or-
weird thing.
He's such a good male model, you don't even know when he's putting on a face.
Oh!
But anyway, Kurt did get super offended with us and offended
Yeah.
that people weren't taking his job seriously, even though it is kind of weird no matter what your job is to be doing it in the middle of your date. If you're a CPA, don't do an Excel spreadsheet and show me how cool you are.
Yeah, an
at it.
electrician isn't going to sit at the table and then rewire the outlets that is right next
Yeah.
to you. It's
Let
just
me show ya.
that would be weird. You wouldn't get another call back probably.
So Kate decided she didn't want to go out with Kurt again, and Kurt's fine with that. He'll find somebody else to appreciate all of his many faces. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, just email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Giving away another trip to Vegas in just about 5 minutes, and don't forget, it is Friday, so Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up
Yay!
at 8:10. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
One of the secrets in dating is if you have a bad date, never accept blame for anything.
So
Any good relationship expert
Okay.
will tell you always pass the blame, never accept responsibility for your own actions.
God,
You can blame the food, you can blame the weather, you could do what Victor, who's on the phone for a second date update, did, and you can blame your boss for ruining your date. All sorts of people that you can blame for screwing up your date. What's up, Victor? How are you?
Hey guys, I'm good. How are you?
Victor,
good.
why are you playing the blame game, man?
Well, I take responsibility for a couple of things, but I feel like I did everything right as much as I could have given the circumstances.
Really?
Tell us before you get into your actual date. Tell us about the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Her name's Zoe.
Zoe. All right. And where did you meet Zoe?
We met through a friend of a friend.
Okay, so that's exciting. How did you feel when you first saw her?
I mean, she was super cute. Just kind of radiated a little bit. I was pretty impressed.
wow.
She looked a lot better in person than she did in the picture, and so
That's always a bonus. And I hope you told her that. I hope you told her that she looks better in person than she does in pictures, and tell her to stop taking pictures.
I couldn't tell her that. I didn't tell her that. I just, after a few seconds of meeting her, I had to actually excuse myself.
Really?
Oh, really?
Why?
And that's kind of where my boss comes in. He had kept me about like 10 to 15 minutes later than I had expected, so I was late for the date. So in order to get there, I had to run, and in doing so, worked up a bit of a sweat, and kind of got a little bit of a stank to me by the time I actually got to the restaurant.
So wait,
So
did you like sit down and then realize your own smell and then have to excuse yourself?
no, I mean, I could, as soon as I like closed the door to the restaurant, you know, when you're like, you kind of go from inside to outside and like all of a sudden just like you could tell.
You wafted. It was a wafting smell.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a stink pocket.
So is that why you think she's not calling you back, because she noticed the funk coming from you?
I don't know that she noticed the funk. I went over to the table and just said, "Hey, I'm here. I'm sorry. I just got to go run and hit the bathroom real quick." And when I did, all I had on me was a little bit of cologne, like a little sampler. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of doused myself in it, just to kind of at least mask the smell. I know, but it was all I could do.
Great idea. Using cologne to cover up body odor never goes wrong.
Everyone knows that is the worst possible move. Obviously, you take a sink shower at the bathroom. That's what you should have done. You got towels there. You just get it wet. You get your armpits drenched down. You take care of business.
You should have been with me. There's no real handbook on this. I didn't know that.
Well, I am an expert on body odor, so...
Yeah. You have come to the foremost expert in the world on body odor, Brooke. So you didn't do that. You doused yourself in cologne. Do you think she noticed?
Well, I was hoping she wouldn't. But when we got the appetizer, she definitely called the waiter back over and was like, "I think there's something very pungent about this," as in not in a good way.
She thought it was the food.
Well, she thought I definitely steered her in that direction as well. I encouraged that a little bit.
What's the expiration date on these cheese sticks? Because it smells like they've turned a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea what to do, so I kind of demanded that the waiter just take the appetizer away. And
Oh my gosh, that's so awkward.
yeah, no, it was awkward. But I'm not going to be, the guy that's like, "Yeah, no, it's me. It's my stinky armpit. Don't worry about it."
So, but she had to have noticed when they took the appetizer away that the smell stayed.
I don't know that she did it. Maybe she just kind of, how you just get used to things after a while? Maybe that's where it went. Because actually, from there on out, our conversation was great. It, kind of hit on all the right notes, about family, career, 5-year goals. I mean, it really got kind of deep.
Whoa.
And so, I don't know.
You had a good conversation despite being late and then smelling like poo.
Yeah, pretty much.
So don't tell me that you gave her a hug at the end of the night.
Actually, I did.
Oh!
That is a terrible idea.
Oh, no.
Yeah, why?
Well, it was kind of like a surprise hug, though. I mean, she was leaving the restaurant, and I kind of just came up behind her and just quickly just wrapped my arms around her.
Ew.
That sounds
Surprise!
No.
worse than hugging her with body odor. It's
So now you got a creepy, stinky hug is what she
Yeah.
got.
From behind.
Yeah, I mean, I know it wasn't perfect by any means, but it was just kind of a little show of affection and kind of say, I had a great time. Thanks.
Okay.
yeah.
Use your words next time would be my advice.
Well, I'm trying to use my words now, but she's not answering my phone calls, and hopefully you guys can help me out with that.
Yeah, that is not shocking news to me at all,
Yeah.
Victor.
It sounds like she was really impressed by you.
No, I know. Listen, I really like this girl. She's one of the most normal people I've gone out with in a long time, and those two things. I mean, it's funny and stuff, but it's look, I can always be on time. I can always take a shower. Those things I can change. I just need a redo here. I really do.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll try to get you your redo. We'll play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, all right?
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Victor is on the phone, and today he wants to call a woman named Zoe. And I'm surprised he's not getting a call back because they played the most fun first date game ever. Where's that smell coming from? It's always a fun game to play on a first date. And unfortunately for Victor, that smell was coming from him because he showed up late. He had to actually run there, and by the time he got there, he had body odor, so he excused himself to the bathroom, put on a bunch of cologne, and smelled pungent. He blamed the smell on the appetizer, but I don't know if his date bought it. All right, Victor, you ready to call Zoe and see if it was your funky armpits that did you in?
Yeah, I'm all set.
And can you promise when you take her out again, no from behind surprise hugs? Nobody wants that.
It was an awkward moment.
Yeah.
Forgot to add that along with the smell, when they were walking out of the restaurant, Victor just grabbed her from behind and gave her a hug. And I'm assuming that was not only creepy, but also very smelly, and she realized it wasn't coming from the appetizer.
Yeah, well, he didn't try to throw her in the trunk of his car, so she was probably good with it.
She's lucky we didn't go to dessert because that's probably what I would have done.
Yeah.
Sick, Victor.
Well, the way this date went for you, it wouldn't surprise me at all. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone, and find out why she's not calling you back, okay?
I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. All right, no problem. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Zoe, please?
This is Zoe.
Hi, Zoe. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Jubal?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Do you know Jubal or do you not know Jubal?
I've heard of... Wait, where are you guys from?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio program. Some people might call it a showgram.
Oh,
No,
that's
so-
smart.
It's a radio show.
Wait, am I on the radio?
Do you want to be?
What?
Because we can make that happen because it's a
Jubal.
radio
Zoe.
show, you know? We can make that happen if you want to be.
Why are you calling me?
Do you want to know why?
Yes, that's why she
Yeah.
asked, Jubal.
Okay, cool. We're calling you because we got an email about you from one of our listeners.
Who?
Well, his name is Victor, and you guys went out on a date.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why? Why would he email a radio station about our date?
Well, because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, so Victor is confused why you won't call him back.
That's weird.
It is.
Why?
agree.
Because it should be obvious why you're not calling him back? Is that why it's weird?
I mean, I would have thought so.
Really?
Odd. No.
Just no.
You know, Zoe, from Victor's description of the date, he also knows it was kind of weird, but he really liked you and would like a shot at a do-over, but he says he can't get a hold of you. I mean, what's the reason that you don't want to call him back?
I mean, we're very different people. I mean, I've been on several